emotions, feelings. These are what living beings, people, you and me, have. We feel things. We feel happiness, sadness, anger, all sorts of other emotions I could go into. These are powerful and very great qualities that make us who we are. But they can also be something that can become a regret, which is also a feeling. At times, especially nowadays, I'm sure many people, if not everyone, has had a time where their feelings are spun around, swirled together, mixed. Confusion is a very crazy emotion and feeling to have. And with emotions, there can be lots of ways that they could go in the best way or the worst way. And with emotions, can affect others' emotions. Today was not even just me. I'm not trying to make this about me. I'm trying to make this for everyone. But you and I, everyone has a choice on how they use their emotions and how they're portrayed. Whether they're on accident or on purpose, they can be very powerful. Words, emotions, they can build or they can hurt and destroy, depending on how they are portrayed. And you must be careful on how they are used and portrayed by others, especially those around you. People that you don't even know or think you know or you actually know. Because depending on how, in the worst situation, they can alter yours or someone else's life. Depending for the good or bad. I'm not getting into what I did, but there are times when emotion, everyone's has, or yeah, at least everyone has had struggles in their life. A struggle. As human beings, living beings, we have times that we struggle. And sometimes we struggle a lot. Now, I've never said this before because I didn't think it was really relevant at this time, but I have a spectrum of autism, which I'm fine with. The only thing is that, but when I was younger, when I was much younger, when I was about just starting up, like in elementary time, like very young elementary, preschool even, at some time in my life, I was diagnosed with autism. I did not realize this or was not told this. I don't remember which. It was a long time ago. But even with that, I stood out, which I believe me or not, I still didn't even know about the autism, but I was happy. I was happy as could be. Those times when I was younger was probably the most happiest times of my life. The most, even ignorant. I was always never aware of that. I was being seen as different or a bit strange. And it didn't bother me. It wasn't until much, much later, about when I got like to my teen years, at least 12 to 13 years old, my teenage years, that I learned or, understood that I had autism. I mean, at a younger age, I could have probably, because I was very ignorant. I was just, in my childhood, I felt very happy. Like, those were literally the best times of my life, especially when I was still an only child, which, that ends for everyone at some point, at least for those who have siblings at some time. But, even after that, times were still good. They were still the best of my life, and I can't think of better times than that. I mean, I've had some pretty good times still now, but, those were very good times where I was never aware of what was going on in the world, not giving a care politics. I was me, and I was be me. I did what I liked. I never did anything that I didn't probably not want to do. I enjoyed my life, and I was happy. But sometimes we all have to learn about the world, and that's about time where I started taking medication around. That was not a fun time. I took me years to actually be able to buy my. It wasn't until like much later. Very so, it's kind of a silly story, but to get I did not to this day I still don't understand what autism or what the spectrum that is. And not saying that autism is bad. No, it's nothing. It makes you a person. It's another thing that can make you stand out. Everyone stands out. Everyone succeeds or has losses in their own way, and that makes that person special. We are all special. Let me make that very clearly. And yes, there are points where I see autism as being a bit difficulty, but I have seen a lot of people have told me, and I have seen for myself, that it makes me very powerful, where I really stand out and overcome many challenges that some other people cannot. And with autism, there are many spectrums, and it wasn't about till I think high school, like sometime my second year of high school. I was in a merit class. I can't remember what that stands for, but we did this. It wasn't there until I understood that there were lower. Well, it was about junior high that I learned there are different people with slightly lower spectrums of autism and things that I have had. And in truth, at first, I did not feel comfortable like seeing or being by people with lower spectrums. It wasn't that I didn't like them or I judged them, but it just felt like I was more aware of it. Of like, is there something that I'm having struggles with? And that's fine. I mean, it's just like I didn't like hang with them or stuff, and I just I didn't feel comfortable, and and that's my fault, because I guess it was a bit of I feel like either that they should be able to. I mean, it's true that their spectrum is much lower than me, and they have their own struggles, but they're also special. But it's just hard to. It is hard to understand how, because from the outside it looks like that, though they may have like almost. And this is really what I don't like tend to admit, but that they would probably never succeed in their life, which I was very wrong on. They can totally. Anyone can overcome a challenge, no matter what other people think, and I should have given them a little bit of doubt, but it was just different for me, and it wasn't. I'm still learning about spectrums and all that stuff, but I'm fine with that, and I'm a little bit much more comfortable with being around people with spectrums and autism and all that other kind of stuff. And it's because it's that person. Those people who have lower spectrums than I do, or different spectrums, heck, they're probably going to be more successful than I am. I guarantee it. You know what? Good for them. Good for that person. He, she, it. Good for them. Because they work hard. Now, this is where I get very serious. Well, not that this hasn't been serious, but this is hard because I don't know if I really should be revealing this, but I'm going to just get it over with. My one of my younger sisters, I don't have everyone else is younger. Her name Juliana. Months ago, I can't remember exactly. She apparently, I wasn't aware of this, but this is still really weird for me to admit, but tried to commit suicide. There, what's that? Now, I was not aware this time. It was about at nighttime. I was tired. I was fast asleep. And the first thing I woke up to was my dad came in my room, and I'm like, it's like, I need you to go upstairs and watch it in her friend. It was my youngest sister's birthday, the night of her birthday, and I'm already in bed. She had her birthday, and at that night, my dad needs to take the other one to the hospital. I'm like, what happened? Because I'm like, what the heck are you waking me up for? And he did not explain. He just, at all. I mean, I'm just curious of what's going on, and I mean, I guess at the time because what she did was she overdosed herself, and I was not aware of that. Now she's fine, of course. Now she's much fine. Other things aside, but I was. It's hard because I know a lot of people struggle with this too, with their folks. Now I don't want to make it sound like my parents are just the worst, like everything. And they love me, and I understand that. But I honestly believe that they're. It's not quite correct on how they show it. Everyone has their struggles with their own families, with their parents. That's understandable, and I don't want to get into too many of this because it's really I don't truly understand it, and I don't want to have a conversation about this later with my folks. I'll avoid much of that if possible. But communication and understanding is very powerful. If someone doesn't understand, you can't be upset with them. You have to be calm down, be perfect calm. There's no reason to get upset. And again, I'm iterating that this is not about me. This is about for everyone. I know quite a few people whose lives are impacted in quite the same way. My partner, Cheshire Cat, it's very interesting because it's quite very interesting because we actually have a lot of that kind of stuff in common, and very brief. It's like very like the moment she has something, I have that thing like just right after, like it's meant to be, like we're meant, like I literally say that we're meant to be with each other forever, like that kind of thing. Thanks, but it's just you may think that someone's the worst person, but you cannot put that person down. Now, going back to the suicide thing, my sister, how can I say this without being polite? She makes a lot of mistakes. That's her fault, man. They're very dumb, and she's again a human being. We all are, hopefully, yes. But yeah, my point is, suicide is not the answer. Nothing is. You are you. In your life, you were given a life for some reason. Probably not even a reason. You have a life. Use it. Every speck of it. To the best that you can. Enjoy it. You are only, for all you know, you really only have one. And that's all we all know. So use it to the best. You can make something. Even if you don't want to, there's no reason that life should be wasted. Because who knows what that life could do for yourself or for others. And you could make a difference. Not saying that you should try. Maybe you should try. Heck, you might make something of yourself that inspires some other people. But don't you take away, because your life matters to not just yourself, should only matter to you, but to others. Like my sister, I love her. She's my sister. And she's my sister. I still I didn't like her commit suicide. And she had other struggles. But again, that's one of the really stupidest reasons that she could have possibly ever do that. But still, she has a life and she should use it. And I may not always get along with my sister, like many others, but I don't see eye to eye with her. But still, I still think she should not have done that. And I don't get into her face because, again, emotions can harm other people. If you struggle, you should not let that be onto other people. You must be careful and be very understanding to people, or else you could utterly destroy them if you're not careful enough. Or if you, by purpose or accident, I know it's hard to sometimes keep an open mind and calm yourself. And I witness a lot of people who struggle with that. A lot of them relating to me and those I care about. And that's why I worry that if we don't do something for ourselves and for others, we can utterly destroy every other person we come across if we're not careful enough or if we're not caring enough. With that, I ask everyone who can hear this, who sees this video, to understand that you can destroy or help someone. And you may not mean to hurt someone. You probably just want to give them the benefit out. And I know it's not hard to understand a person that you're not familiar with, or you just don't understand, or you just think is, but still they're a person, or whatever they are. I don't know why I say whatever, because we're specifically talking about people. Beings deserve the best, at least a decent amount. I cannot tell you how upsetting it is to know that there are people who throw a tantrum for no reason and just harm that person and making them struggle with their disabilities or with their financial whatever they have going on, and making it worse for someone. I don't tolerate that. And recently I've gotten I am usually for my life, a calm, peaceful. I'd be like, okay, have a good day. I'm going now. But as recent, it's just been, I've been having, it hasn't gone to like anything physical, but I have definitely not tolerated. I have spoken up a bit more as of I cannot tolerate this and this needs to change. And I wish for others to change for the right reasons. And I hope you will too. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this, because this is a very important discussion, I think. And I honestly don't think I have much right to make this video, but I feel like if I can make a difference and people can understand and hear this, maybe something can good, and maybe you can help someone I know, someone I don't know, someone out there. And heck, if I meet that person, that'd be amazing, knowing I can make a difference. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Hey, sorry for cutting into the video. I just got cleaned up. I just got from work. I didn't want to leave the video, so I wanted to finish some thoughts I forgot to leave in the video. Now, it is true that you have a choice to how you use your life. For when it's good or worse, for what I think is that you should definitely need to use and have that life to be given purpose, and to use it to 100% and more. Because otherwise you will regret, more than likely, not finishing what you have left of your life. And saying we all struggle, and sometimes it's hard to us to understand that we, like my sister, she causes a bit of the problems, but even that, she doesn't deserve some of the stuff that she's getting. She has other things that are making it even more difficult for her to use her life to it that she was given. And I love my family, and at times they I don't agree with what they say, what they do, or how they think, but I love them and respect them, and I have to do that because that's they have that right. As much as it's hard to admit that, it's true. But the same thing goes for me. And though my voice may not get heard very much from my point of view, it still matters, and I know it matters, and you matter. All of you matter. Everyone matters. My sister matters, and I want to see that she uses every moment of her life for success. I'm willing to push her to that, and I don't know if she'll ever see this, or when she will. But I will help her to succeed. That is my goal, and that I want her to. And I want you guys all to succeed too. So again, thank you for watching. Please be careful. You can succeed. and you can hurt. But we can all help each other if we're careful and if we mean it. It's not easy, but you can do it, and I can do it. And I will work on my own struggles. And in the meantime, I'm here to entertain people as much as I can, entertain all of you, and make your day, guys' day, a bit better, a day at a time, a video at a time. So again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it very much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.